A lot of guys a lot of money. And this thing is about helping a lot of people in and around Houston, and from Houston we can take the United States. But we're looking for leaders. And when I got a guy that when Petro said, I've been trying to talk, I said, you can't recruit Nasser. He's worth more than we are. You can enlist his help to help a lot of people, because most pastors retire broke. Most people in the congregation, when they get sick, lean on them. Right? And maybe somebody over there needs to make more money so they can tithe more or give more seed. Right? And so that's what this was all about. You know I'm a giver. I said, Nasser, I can't promise you anything. I don't know if I can pay you that much. But here's what I do know. Art Williams had a right-hand guy named Jerry Fowler. I was at the dinner table when he wrote a check for $24 million. I hope we get to that point. So take it away, Nasser.
Don't you just love Blue? Isn't he awesome?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I could take him home, amen? I wish you guys could take him home. All right, let me begin. You've probably not heard my story, so let me share my story with you and how I got involved and got into the financial service field. Some of you I've talked to one-on-one. If you don't know me, my name is Nasser Siddiqui, and of course I came here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is my son, Josiah. Stand up, Josiah. He's my youngest. He's getting licensed. But you know why? You know why? Because I didn't ask him. Some of you will get that on the way home. I remember one time my oldest boy, he said, one Wednesday night, we were going to church, and he said, Dad, I'm not going to church. I don't feel like going to church. I said, son, when did I ask you? I don't remember giving you that option. We can't give them an option they're not supposed to have. Amen? Why? Because you see, I want him to become a millionaire. Oh, no, you're not getting it. I didn't say I wanted to sell insurance. I didn't say I wanted to join FEG. I said I wanted to become a what? Millionaire. Come on. First question I said to him when I called him yesterday, I said, hey, how am I going to help you? When do you want me to help you make your second million? Silence on the phone. He had no idea what I was talking about. He said, what do you mean? Help me? What? I said, meet me 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm flying into Houston. That's all you said to get him here? That's all I said to get him here. You don't have to tell them all about the insurance business. Hello, somebody. Yeah. Sometimes we talk our way out of a prospect.
That's right.
Are you getting a hold of this? So why am I telling you this? Okay, let me begin. So a few years ago, there I was living in Toronto, Canada, and I had a little travel agency. And through my travel agency, I got to travel on a FAM trip. It's a familiarization trip, you know, where they pay the whole thing. So I'm thinking, free trip, I'm going to go. And it was to Mexico, and it was to Acapulco. And here I am in the lobby of the hotel in Acapulco, and this guy is there on, I'll mention it just because you have already, A.L. Williams Conference, all right? So he was there, and he started talking to me about an opportunity. And I said, no, not interested. Well, let me send you some information. To get rid of the guy, I gave him my address. Now, he went back to Atlanta, Georgia. I went on to Toronto, Canada. He sends me some information. Well, definitely after reading it, I'm not interested. Not going to happen. So then he calls me up, and I said, no, calls me up again. I said, no, calls me up again. Finally, he called me up one time, and he made one statement that got my attention. He said, I want you to meet a guy that's above me that was a railroad conductor that is making $1 million a year. You know what I'm talking about. I said, what? A railroad conductor making $1 million a year? Are you kidding me? He said, no, I want to introduce you to him. I want to make an appointment for you to see him. I said, okay, I'll call you when I book the flight. Click, book the flight. I flew at my own expense to Atlanta, Georgia. He picked me up at the airport. Went to see this guy. You know what I'm talking about, Hunter. Right. Went to see this guy. Right? You remember that. And so he takes me to see this guy. I walk in, and he's just kind of a regular guy. And as I walk into his office, I see this plaque, the size of a door. The size of a door. It says, $1 million a year income. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, see, I learned a long time ago, you always learn more by listening than by talking. Some of you will get that on the way home, all right? So I'm listening to this guy, and, don't tell him this, but he's not so bright. I'm thinking, this guy from a railroad conductor is making $1 million a year? Are you kidding me? That means there's hope for me. Come on, man. So I took whatever literature, I had a common sense book and a couple of pieces of literature that, by the way, I'm living in Toronto, Canada, and there is no company in Canada. They said they're thinking of opening 6 months down the road. So what am I going to do? I got 2 or 3 pieces of literature. I'm back in Toronto in my little travel office, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I said, wow, I picked up the phone, called 3 of my friends. I said, come on over to the travel agency one night. We'd like to talk to you. So 3 of them came over, and I said, look, let me tell you this story. I went to turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you better have a story. People don't listen to stuff like this. They listen to stories. Amen? So I said, I didn't know this guy. I met this guy in Acapulco. He sent me this literature. I know nothing about this company. I haven't got a clue. Then he told me about this guy who's making $1 million. And I went all the way to Atlanta to find out. And this is real. And they said, what do we got to do to join the company? What's the company about? I don't know. What products do they sell? I don't know. Do we have any company in Canada? No. What do you want us to do? Come next week and bring me your friends. This is a true story. Next Tuesday, in the travel agency, we had 22 people. They were standing room only. I mean, you couldn't walk in that. And I just said, okay, guys, let me tell you, there's a company down in Atlanta that's going to come to Canada. I'm not sure when. They don't have any products here. They're not really here. I don't have any literature. I got 3 pieces of literature. Ain't nobody going to touch this. This is all I got. And I told them the story, exactly my story. And they said, what's going to happen? When this company comes, I said, you have an opportunity to build your own business and become financially independent. I never mentioned products. I said you have an opportunity to build a business and become financially independent. And they got all excited. And they said, what do we got to do? I said, well, we can't meet here anymore. So the following week, I rented a little hotel room about, maybe a third of the size of this room and said, bring your people there. I paid for it. Sometimes you got to invest in your business. And the next thing you know, we had 35 people show up. Then the next week, all I did was just share my story and point to this little literature that I was carrying. I said, I don't know when they're coming, but they're coming, they're coming. They're coming, hang tight, they're coming. What do we do till they come? Bring me more people. Between August to October, I had 300 people in a hotel room ready to join a company that I knew nothing about, they knew nothing about, and guess what? We had no products, no company, no literature. They just got excited. If you will get excited, people will come and watch you burn. Come on. I want to follow excited people, not people that are dull, that, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm not going to join you. I want to follow somebody who's moving and shaking and making things happen. Amen? Well, the word got back to the headquarters of the company in Atlanta. And they called this guy, the railroad conductor guy, and he called me personally and said, shut it down. I said, shut what down? He said, no more meetings. I said, why? He said, you might jeopardize them getting their license in Canada. You got to stop it. So I said, what am I going to do? I got 300 people that want to join a company that doesn't exist yet. Come on. And now I've got to shut it down. So I said, okay, guys, nothing we can do. We got 2 months before this company's going to come here. They told me to shut it down. But here's what I'm going to do. We're still going to have a meeting next week. But here's what we're going to do. I just don't want you to invite nobody. Don't bring nobody. Just come yourself if you want to come. I'm going to go to and buy boxes and boxes of insurance manuals. What? Yeah. So I went and I bought boxes of them. And I said, what we're going to do is we're going to spend the next month or so just going through these chapters. And we're going to meet every week, and we're just going to go. And you guess who was teaching the manual? Me. And guess who knew nothing about insurance? Me. So I would study the night before chapter 1, and the next day I'd come and teach chapter 1. And then I would teach chapter 2 and 3. That's the way we went. So January the 1st, when they opened up up the company in Canada, I walked in with 100 recruits. Don't tell me you can't do it. Oh, we ain't got this, and we ain't got that, and da. Stop complaining. You got an incredible opportunity. You got one of the best products out there, period. You got an incredible leadership. You got an incredible opportunity to become financially independent, and you're still trying to sell insurance? Come on now.
Come on now.
But what did you do? Well, it was assumed that everyone would buy. Why wouldn't they not? Why do you think you got to sell somebody? Somebody with a flat tire, you don't have to sell them a tire. They're going to buy. Are you getting a hold of this? They're going to buy. So forget about the sales. Let's move on the opportunity. So I went from zero, brand new recruit, got my license, and went within 30 days from the company opening to becoming an RVP. Was it, who was it that said that? Al, was it Al? Al, you said that you were a district, division? Yeah, so I went from a rep to sales leader to district to division to RVP in 30 days. Walked in with 100 sales. Why? Because I decided to get excited about an opportunity. Yeah, I was talking to Bloom, and he was telling me about some of the people that are really blowing and going in FEG are immigrants that come from another country. Man, they're just trying to get food to eat. And they get an opportunity like this, you can't hold them back. They're going crazy. What have we got? Do you know what you got? The second month, I went from RVP to SVP. Because everybody behind me was coming, boom. I'm becoming licensed, they're coming licensed. We're all doing it together. I'm getting RVP, they're getting RVP. So all of a sudden I'm doing SVP. And the next thing I went on and on and on. And the fastest, I think NSD was like 8 or 7 or 9 years. And I did it in 13 months. Why? Because I got excited. If you're excited, don't worry about all the negatives. People don't follow the negatives. Just get on fire for what you got. Stop thinking about what you ain't got. Stop thinking about who isn't following. Stop thinking about who isn't doing. And just focus on you. You know, I always tell, I teach a lot of the Word of God because that's what I do all over the world. And I always tell single people, don't you dare pray about finding the perfect mate. Because if they find you, why would they marry you? You ain't perfect. So work on yourself. Get excited. Became an NSD. Then went on and built NSDs right behind me. See, what I was doing was I wasn't running like this. I was running like this. So I was pulling these people. Kicking and screaming. They were going right the way to RVP, right the way to SVP, right the way to NSD. See, you don't worry about where you're at or where you want to go. You get concerned about where they're at and where they want to go. Because while you pulling them up, you're going up anyway. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
My brothers and sisters, we gotta say, well, what is your dream? What do you want to achieve? Well, what is it? You got to talk to your people and find out, why did they join this? You got to ask yourself, why did you join this? And then help them achieve their dream.
Amen.
You getting a hold of it? Now, you know I got a whole lot more on systems, and I'm going to have opportunities and more meetings and stuff with the company to teach that. But the one thing I got to get right off the ground is you've got to get excited. We got to get so excited that, like, man, I mean, people just want to find out. Well, this lady is excited. I don't know why. She's just excited. You get around her, she's excited. I want to be around excited people. Amen? If somebody's complaining around you, don't walk away. Run. What are you listening to all that junk for? Amen? So get excited. Focus on the opportunity. Look, it's given already that the product is great. Don't worry about it. But it's given already that once they join, they're going to buy the product. Why? Because I always tell people, if you don't believe in it, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Hello.
I believe in it. Good. Let me sign you up. That's that simple. You don't have to sell the product. The product sells itself. I talked to that guy who was here from F&G. You know, I said, you did a great job. Is he still in the room? Oh, he's gone. Who was here from FEG today? I said, you did a great job. I mean, the wood would be wet. The elevator wouldn't go to the top if you didn't listen to all that and say, where do I sign?
No, you're right.
Come on now, that's obvious. Don't worry about all that stuff. You're here not to sell insurance. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you're not here to sell insurance. You're here to build your business. Woo! And it is not hard to do this. It's hard when you make it hard. You know, you get excited, people will follow you. All I said to Bill was, Bill's a pastor here, right, in Houston, and all I said to Bill was, when do you want me to help you make your second million? Now? Good. Meet me tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And he showed up. Why? What's it? Bill, do you have any doubt at all with this company that you and I together cannot help you make a second million? He doesn't have one doubt. Come on now. See, because before he can believe in himself, he must believe that I believe that he can do it. You understand? Because he's in strange territory. He's never been there before. He's never done this before. But I'm going to say, Mike, I know you've never been here before. You've never done this stuff before. But I believe that you're going to do this. And you ain't going to do it alone because, Mike, I'm going to be with you every step of the way. I'm going to pull you kicking and screaming all the way to the top. And he knows I'm sincere. Are you getting a hold of this? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Come on.
That's right.
Amen. Love people. Care for your people. Find out what they want to achieve. And then help them get there. You do that, and this thing is going to go and grow. I don't know what to do with my notes. I don't have my notes anyway. I don't know how much time I got, but I know I got to pump some excitement in you, amen? We got to go after the opportunity.
We already excited.
Yeah, come on now. And your excitement, I'm talking about excitement. Excitement is important here. Your excitement cannot be short-term.
That's right.
If your excitement is affected by the first no you got, it is short-term.
Yeah, you're right.
Babe Ruth. Anybody old enough to remember a guy called Babe Ruth? What was he known for? Strikeout. He didn't stop going to the bat.
Nope.
Thank God he kept going to the bat because he became the home run king in his day. Are you getting a hold of this? So your excitement can't be filtered out because somebody said something to you today. Come on now. You're smarter than that. Right? And just remember this thing. If someone can affect your excitement,
Come on, tell it.
you've lost control of your life. Can I say that one more time? If someone can affect your excitement about this business, then you've lost control of your life. You can't let anybody affect that. Amen?
Amen.
Well, negative, positive, no. I know what I know. I'm convinced this is a great company. How many of you convinced this is a great company?
Yeah.
How many of you convinced this is a great product? How many of you convinced we're helping people?
Yeah.
How many of you convinced we can help people fulfill their dreams?
Yeah.
Come on now. So if somebody's ready, great. If they're not ready, no big deal. Amen?
Amen.
Stop letting other people control your excitement. Amen? We've got to learn to sell the dream. Listen to me. Financial freedom when you retire. Turn to your neighbor and say, that sounds good. Financial freedom if you get sick. Turn to your neighbor and say, that sounds good. Financial freedom to your family when you're ready to go to Jesus. Everybody say, that sounds good. Financial freedom to own your own company. Turn to your neighbor and say, that sounds good. And financial freedom to see your dreams come true. Come on, can we get excited in this house? How many of you ready to change your life? How many of you ready to see your dreams come true? Say this after me. If it's gonna be, it's up to me.
It's up to me.
Nobody, don't let nobody take your excitement. Excitement will get people to follow you everywhere you go. But excitement comes when you sell the dream. We got the greatest insurance product. Shh. Stop it. How many of you, when you were a little kid, dreamed about becoming an insurance salesman? Why are you talking about insurance? Sell the dream. Oh, come on. Sell the dream. That's the key. Some succeed because they're destined to. But most succeed because they're determined to.
That's right.
Are you ready to succeed?
Yes.
Are you determined to succeed?
Yes.
Winning. Write this down. Winning. W-I-N. I'm going to say this and I'm going to be ready to close. Win. How many of you want to win? Wave to me if you want to win. All right. W-I-N. Write it down. You only win if you understand what W-I-N stands for. Okay? Win. W. What's? Write it down. W-H-A-T-S. What's? I. Important. What's important? W-I-N. Now, if you leave here full of excitement, then I've only done half the job. Here's the other half. You better know what's important now. You don't leave here just with excitement. You leave here with excitement knowing what do I have to do now. Are you getting older? What's important now? Some people look at things the way they are. And they say, what? But I like to look at things the way they can be.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
say,
yeah.
why not? Why not build your business? Why not take care of your family? Why not take care of your grandkids? Why not leave an inheritance to your children's children? Why not take your spouse on a dream vacation that
Come
you
on
want?
now. Yes, sir.
Why not live in the house? Why not get out of debt? Why not live the dream that you have? You and I serve a great God.
That's
And
right.
it ain't too big for him.
Right.
Yeah,
If you will believe.
That's right.
Why not you? And why not
now? Right?
give Shannon Blue a big hand.
Thank you for coming. Let's go do it. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.